Graziers in central Queensland are experimenting with new technology by using drones to muster their stock. It's a practice usually done on horseback with a motorbike or using small helicopters. And while drone trials have been successful, for the moment the old ways are still cheaper and more reliable.
Flying high above a herd of cattle, this drone finds its target. The machine is being piloted by Adrian Lang. His family have been on this property outside Rockhampton for more than 100 years. But this is the first time he's used a drone to muster cattle.
We were lucky enough to have one of the highest winter rainfalls we've had on record here, and it posed an unusual issue where we needed to move some cattle out of some wet country. And instead of getting horses, they called me up and said, "Do you mind getting your drone and see if we can try and push them out?"
There were challenges, but he's hailed the experiment a success.
We did have a couple of gentlemen down on horseback, and they were quite happy not to get their feet wet.
He's not the only one experimenting with the new technology. Cameron Parker is a contract musterer, working most days in his helicopter. It requires skill and patience.
We use helicopters to probably bring them out of the vast areas, and quite often we're mustering to a dam or a square or a laneway, and they're waiting for the cattle, maybe horses, motorbikes, or however they prefer.
He's one of the first stockmen to work drones in with his family business. Everyone gets involved in preparing for a flight.
Nuts are tight, blades aren't coming off. Very important to have the blades done up in case they don't fly off and hit somebody. Battery's tight. Tighten him down. We're ready to go. We'll fly it over to them.
Like traditional mustering, the animals need to be familiarised to the drones. It takes about half an hour to get these bison to move with the machine.
Okay, so I've got to move out of him. See how that one's got more feel to it? That's the difference in animals.
This technology has many applications on the land. It's not just useful for mustering. When working on a large property like this one, a drone can be sent to check a tank or to monitor the welfare of an animal.
Farmers are always looking for ways to increase opportunities when they run their business, and farmers at times aren't probably given enough credit for acknowledging how quickly they can adapt new technology.
But the drones have their limitations. They have a short battery life and they're expensive.
That's probably the biggest fault with them is trying to learn to, fly them and work cattle with them, or sheep, or whatever you're working. I think that's the trouble with them, is the cost. You don't want to go smashing them up.
Which means they won't replace the horse just yet. Jonathan Hare, ABC News, Central Queensland.